for the Lady Bucks. Quickly ahead to Kiara Sexton. She sends it down in close, and we got a tie-up. And it's going to be, by way of the possession arrow, Shelton State basketball. That's up and off the mark, no good. Another tie-up, so this time it'll be Gadsden State ball. Gonna be Shelton State ball. We're tied 4-4. Just under 8 minutes to play in the first quarter. Into Kiesia Williams. Now Kirby DeBoard for three. That one's in there. Kirby DeBoard missed her first triple attempt. She makes her second. And it's 7-4 Shelton State. Lady Bucks lead it by 3. The Cardinals from Gadsden State, but very little red on the uniforms, mostly black and white numbers. They got the red letters on the front of their uni, and that's all the red there is to be found on the Cardinals' unis. They steal it away. 7-4 Shelton State. We are right about at the 7-minute mark in the first quarter. There's a drive and a kick out. 3-ball from the wing is way off the mark. And there goes Kirby DeBoard the other way, and she's fouled in the backcourt. Foul is on Denisha Ranson. Her first. Team's first. Shelton State with the ball and a 3-point lead. Kiara Sexton, now Kirby DeBoard. She'll try another triple. That one's off the mark. But an offensive rebound and a good one by Kiesia Williams, and then she's fouled. Chloe Womack picks up the foul, her first, team second. 6:36 to play in the first quarter. Shelton State with a lead of 3 and the ball. Kirby DeBoard sends it back outside, and traveling is called as Connie Clark took an extra step. Shelton State now on defense. 6:25 to play in the first quarter. They lead it 7-4. Here's a baseline drive, and it's stolen away by Kiara Sexton, who is then tripped up. And the foul is going to be on Denisha Ransom, and Ramson picks up her second foul. Lady Bucks throw it into the backcourt, and that'll be a violation. It'll be Gadsden State ball. As has been the case all season long. Very, very few fans. Usually there's none here. The only spectators usually for the girls' game are the Shelton State men's team. I do see a few people here. I wonder if that's parents and family. But just a few. Jump ball, it'll be Shelton State ball. Even the cheerleaders, they are always here, but they're up in the stands on the near side. No way for you to see them. They're on the near side. That's a turnover. And then turned back over. Nice steal by Kirby DeBoard. Kiara Sexton goes the other way. Kirby thought about a three, sends it into the post instead. She draws the triple team, so passes out of it, and Connie Clark missed the bunny. The putback is good, though, by Kiesha Williams. Kiesha now with 4, and the Shelton State lead is 5, 9-4. That's off the mark. Kirby DeBoard with a rebound. She pushes it ahead quickly. Gets it back. Drives the right side of the lane. Puts up a shot, no good. But draws the foul. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. And the foul on Maggie Woodall is her first and their 4th. Tiara Davis into the game. Also in is Mary Moore. Kirby makes the first free throw. That's her 4th point. Another free throw for Kirby DeBoard. And good again. Kirby makes them both, and the Shelton State lead has grown to 7 now, 11-4. Deanna Montgomery into the game. For the Lady Bucks, she's guarding the ball handler, was for a second. That's another defense that forces a miss, and the rebound pulled down by Mary Moore. She gets it back in close, tries to pass across the lane. Shelton maintains possession. Taylor Smith with a 3, and it's good. Taylor Smith knocks it down from Tripletown. Collects 3 points served up on that tray. There's a stop and a pop by Rivera that's off the mark. Another rebound for Kirby DeBoard. Taylor Smith. That's a 3 if it goes. It does not. And they're going to call a foul on Kiana Montgomery. That's her first. And just the first team foul on the Lady Bucks. Lady Bucks have done a good job so far defending without fouling. As they have gone on a 10-0 run. It was 4-4. It's now 14-4 with 3:49 to in the first quarter. Kirby DeBoard leading the way so far with 5. On a 3 and 2 singles from the line. T. Marks has 2. Kiesha Williams has 4 on a couple of deuces. Taylor Smith has 3 on a 3. Brittany Rivera, the leading scorer for the Lady Cardinals, she has all 4 of their points. Lady Bucks with that full court pressure. That's a traveling violation. That'll turn it over. And again, the Shelton State defense, they didn't get a steal that time or block a shot, but their defense so tenacious that they helped to force the traveling violation. Now Taylor Smith at the point. Goes high post to Kirby DeBoard. Kirby drives the right side of the lane, sends it back out. Now a long 2 is up and off for Montgomery. Kirby tips the rebound, but it goes to a Lady Cardinal. And the runner is up, and the nice soft touch gets it to go by Dee Guin. Her first bucket of the ball game. That one's off the mark, no good. The rebound to the Cardinals. Free ball is in. Dee Guin has scored the last 5 for Gadsden State. 14-9, Shelton on top. Nice feed. Shot won't go. Rebound, put back, no. And how about again? Not this time either. Tough break for Kiana Montgomery. Here's the drive and a lefty shovel into the basket for Grace Walters. So the 14-4 game is now 14-11 as Gadsden State has scored the last 7 after Shelton had a 10-0 run before that. So far a game of streaks by both teams. Three-point Shelton State lead. We've got 2:10 remaining in the first quarter. Trinity Hambright into the game for Shelton State, as is Mac Mahone. Mary Moore still out there, as is Taylor Smith and Keasia Williams. And an offensive foul, I think, is what they're going to call. Well, I didn't see a signal. Yes, that was the call. Mackenzie Mahone picks up the foul. Her first, just the team's second. And that's good. Marie Woodall with her first bucket of the ball game. Oh boy, the Lady Bucks needed that 3 from Mac Mahone. They needed that. As the Lady Cardinals had gone on a 9-0 run, and that stopped the bleeding there. The foul on Chloe Womack. I'll tell you what, the Lady Cardinals are getting into foul trouble though. They already have 5 team fouls, and they got 2 of their starters with 2 apiece. Womack just picked up her second, and that shot is good. Woodall hits again. And the turnover. 17-16. Shelton State's lead is just by a point. Kiara Sexton checks back in. Number 10, Connie Clark, checks back in. Trinity Hambright still out there. Keasia Williams is out there. And 3 ball from the corner is good again. Marie Woodall had no points just a minute ago. And in the last minute, she's hit a 2 and 2 threes, and it's 19-17 Gadsden. Pull-up shot by Kirby DeVord, no good, but Kirby gets the loose ball rebound. Sends it right back in close. Nice step to the bucket, and shot up and in by Trinity Hambright. Ties the game at 19. Coach Madonna Thompson imploring her team to do a better job of getting out and guarding that 3 shot. As all of a sudden lately, Gadsden State has gotten hot. That was sent into traffic, but the Lady Bucks get it back. Connie Clark. Kirby to board. Kiara Sexton back to Kirby. 4-3. No. Rebound, though, and back up and in just before the buzzer sounds to end the first quarter by Trinity Hambright. Well done by the Lady Bucks. They got off that potential last shot. Didn't wait until the last second so that they had time to get a rebound and a putback. It worked. Trinity Hambright puts it in, and the quarter ends with Shelton leading Gadsden State 21-9. 21-19, I should say. Tell you what, we got a good ball game going. Expected a good game. These two teams with comparable records. Gadsden State 6-3, Shelton State 8-3. Lady Bucks, all three losses have been to top 5 teams. They've lost to Georgia Tech, South Georgia Technical College twice. They are the number 2 team in the country. And they lost to the number 5 team in the country for their third loss. And Lady Bucks come in 4-0 in conference play. And this is a very important conference game here. 21-19, Shelton leads it as we start the second quarter. And that's going to be a steal for Kiara Sexton. Connie Clark pushes it. Kirby will try another triple. That one's short. And the ricochet rebound goes to Gadsden State. Two-point Shelton State lead. 35 seconds into the second quarter, and that's going to be a block and a foul called on Keasia Williams. That's her first. And just the third team foul on Shelton State. The first of this second quarter. First free throw is no good by Grace Walters. The second one is good. They go down low. She picks up a lot of defense, so they send it back out and now throw it away. No. It went off of a Lady Cardinal. Shelton State ball. The inbounds will be triggered by Kiara Sexton. Into Kirby to board. Back inside. Nothing there. Connie Clark sends it back in again. And too strong off the glass, but Connie gets the rebound. And we get a whistle. I have no idea why the whistle blew. Shot clock. Shot clock adjustment is down to 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, bucket. At Shelton State bucket by Trinity Hambright. Makes it 23-20 Shelton State. 8:35 to play in the second quarter. Kirby will try the three ball. Corner pocket, and it's good. Kirby's second made three of the ball game. Oh, we got a Lady Cardinal that snuck behind the defense all alone for an easy lay-in. And that's Marie Woodall. She's now their leading scorer with 10. Kiara Sexton harassed and fouled by Grace Walters, her first. And their first team foul of this second quarter. Kirby DeBoer triggers the inbounds from the side. Kiara Sexton goes around a triple screen. Now Kirby DeBoer. Back to Kiara, now inside. Back out. Free ball is, halfway down and back out, but another offensive rebound for Shelton. And Kiara Sexton can't get it to go. Lady Cardinals come out of there with it, and the traveling call. She grabbed the ball with her second hand, both hands at once, because she intended to pass it, and then when she dropped it again and continued to move her feet, that brings the travel call. 26-22, Shelton State by 4. 7.5 minutes to play in the second quarter. Inside, back out, and another turnover. That's off the mark, no good. Connie Clark pulls down the board. And Connie pushes it up court. Sends it to Kiara Sexton, who bangs it off of a Lady Cardinal out of bounds. It'll be Shelton State ball. Went off of Maggie Woodall. Back into the game for Coach Madonna Thompson. Taylor Smith and Kiana Montgomery. Open in the corner, good. Taylor Smith knocks it down from Triple Town. 3 more points for Taylor. She's got 6 on 2 trays. That's a 3 if it goes. It's way off. And Taylor Smith runs down the rebound. 7-point Shelton State lead, 29-22. Taylor back outside to Kiara Sexton. Right back in, missed it, got her own rebound, and the putback. That's a great play by Kiara Sexton. She fearlessly drove right back in there and then was the best to react from her miss to get the rebound. And without coming back down while in midair, she puts up the putback and gets it to go. There's a rebound for Taylor Smith. Taylor quickly crosses the timeline. Now Kiara Sexton. A lot of hand checking being allowed in this game, but they're allowing it for both sides. And that's good, but a whistle and an offensive foul on Kiara Sexton. That's her first, team second. (31-22). Shelton has gradually built their lead back up to 9. They had a 10-point lead earlier, and then a big run by Gadsden State tightened it up. In fact, Gadsden held a 1-point lead at one point. And now Shelton back up by 9. And there's a foul called on Kiana Montgomery. That's her second. (31-22) Shelton State. 5:21 remaining before halftime. Out of control, but they get up a three. It's no good. Offensive rebound for the Cardinals. Now Rivera drives, got it to go, and she drew the foul. Foul on Tanaya Marks. That's her first. Give Rivera the bucket and a free throw. And it's good. 3-point play. And just like that, the Shelton lead is down to 6. Taylor Smith now Kirby to board, no good. Oh, great position for the rebound, but she lost the handle. Tanaya Marks. And then it was almost stolen by Kiara Sexton, but she couldn't control it. It went out of bounds. (31-25) our score. Shelton State leading by 6. 4:49 to play. Second quarter. Took longer than it should have to get the shoe tied there, and we're ready to resume. Again, almost stolen. This time by Taylor Smith. That goes out of bounds. Inbounded in the corner for the Lady Cardinals. And that's going to be a blocking foul. Oh, my. They call the blocking foul on Mary Moore. That's her first. Looked real similar to what was called a charge on Shelton State at the other end. And Brittany Rivera hits another free throw. And wow, she got that one to dance in. 31-27, a game of runs. And the teams keep trading runs, and that's why it's tightened up again. Oh, great offensive rebound and put back by Tanaya Marks. 4 points now in the game for T. 33-27, Shelton by 6. Rivera cut off. She sends it out for a three ball that's way long. Another rebound for Marks. And Kirby to board. Saves it inbounds for Shelton State. And we got a foul on the Cardinals. It's on number 4, Brittany Rivera. Her first, their second in the quarter. Kiana Montgomery right in off the window. Nice pass from Tiara Davis, and nice job with a tough angle to get that one to go off the window for Kiana Montgomery. Her first bucket of the ball game. The Shelton State run continues. They're back up by 8. Another Gadsden State miss, a battle for the ball. They call a tie-up and the arrow for Shelton State. Down to 18 seconds to play in the second quarter, and a nice drive for 2. by Kirby DeBoard. Kirby now with double figures. She's got 10, and the Shelton State run continues. They're up by 10, matching their largest lead. Kirby DeBoard, another rebound, and she pushes it. Kirby cut off before she could get to the rim, sends it to Taylor Smith. Back outside to Kirby DeBoard. Now it is Smith from the corner. They get out on her before she can get off a shot. 13 seconds to play. On the shot clock, pardon me. There's 2:37 to play in the first half. That's going to be a foul on Chloe Womack. She's one of their starters, and she just picked up her third foul already. We've got a timeout taken by Gadsden State with 2:37 remaining in the first half, and a 10-point Shelton State lead, 37-27. As I mentioned, it's been a game of runs by both teams, and they've been trading. Shelton State and Gadsden State were tied 4-4. Then a 10-0 run by Shelton State put them up by 10, 14-4. Then a run by Gadsden State tied it up. In fact, they took a brief 1-point lead. Then Shelton had another run to go back up by 9. And then a mini run by Gadsden got it back close down to 4. And now the Lady Bucks have gone on a bit of a run again. And their lead back up to 10, 37-27. Montgomery, short jumper won't go. And the rebound pulled down by Walters for the Lady Cards. 10-point Shelton State lead, 37-27. Rivera cut off on her way to the basket. They'll try another triple and miss again. They have shot a woeful percentage from three-point land. They have taken a lot of them. They did have one little hot streak where they hit 3 of them in a short period of time, and everything else before that and since that has been misses, and some of them have been bad misses. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Short jumper is off the back iron, no good. Great job tipping it out by Tiara Davis to a teammate, and Shelton has another chance. And a blocking foul is called on one of the Lady Cardinals. It'll be the one wearing number 3, that's Grace Walters. She's got 2. That's the 4th team foul on Gadsden State. First free throw is good by Kiara Sexton. Kiara's 3rd point of the ball game. And there's her 4th. And the Shelton State lead is up to 12 now. That's their largest lead in the ball game. As the Lady Bucks run continues. I believe it's another 10-0 run for the Lady Bucks. They'll try another 3. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound controlled by Tiara Davis. Spin move, shot is good. How about that one by Taylor Smith? Put it into spin cycle and then put up a soft shot, nothing but net. That was pretty by Taylor Smith. She now has 8, and the Lady Buck lead is 14. 41-27, and it's Shelton State basketball. Boy, a lot of contact allowed there without a whistle. And that's a jumper off the window, and it rattles out for Kirby DeBoard. Lady Cardinals come the other way. Spin shot is no good. Offensive rebound, though, by the Cardinals, and then they throw it away. It'll be Shelton State ball. Mary Moore checks back in for Shelton State. We got Montgomery, Smith, Moore, DeBoard, and Davis on the floor right now with 17 seconds to play in the first half. Mary Moore's three ball is no good. Foul on Gadsden State's Michaela Phillips. So 2 free throws for Tiara Davis. First one is good as Tiara breaks into the scorer's column. She's had a bunch of rebounds and a couple of assists. And that one is no good. Out of bounds off of Shelton. Shelton State continues to grow their lead. It's up to 15 now, their new largest lead, 42-27. We got 7 seconds to play in the first half. Gadsden State will try and get off the last shot. They put it up, and it's another air ball, and that's the way the half ends. So again, the runs went back and forth, 2 teams trading runs, but then the Shelton State Lady Bucks wound up with 1 more run than the Cardinals, and that last run by Shelton was I believe it was a 13-0 run. Their lead, I think, had gotten down to 2, and then they finished with a 13-0 run, and we get to halftime with Shelton on top, 42-27. Shelton State outscoring Gadsden State 21-19 in the first quarter, and they outscored the Lady Cardinals 21-12 in the second. So the Lady Bucks with 21 in each of the first 2 quarters for their total of 42, and the Lady Cardinals 19 in the first, 12 in the second for their. Nope, that's not run. They only had 8 in the second for their 27 points. Yeah, so in that second quarter, that's where the Shelton State finished with that really strong run. And they outscored the Lady Cardinals 21-8 in that second quarter. And a 42-27 Shelton State lead here at the halftime intermission. Get you the individual scoring here in just a second. Adding them up as we speak. Shelton State getting scoring from a lot of different people as usual. All right, the individual scoring for Gadsden State. They only had 4 different players scratch in the scorers column, led by Marie Woodall with 10. She had a little hot streak over about a minute is all. She hit a 2 and then 2 threes. Bang, 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 just like that. And then she added one more 2 later in the half to lead them with 10. Brittany Rivera did some quick scoring for them at the very beginning of the game. She made their first 2 baskets, and then she added 5 more late in the second. She winds up with 9 points. Then they got 5 from Dee Ewan, and she had her 5 within about a half minute of each other. She made 2 baskets and only 2 baskets, and they happened one right after the other. And then they got 3 points from Grace Walters. Meanwhile, they have only 4 different players that have scored for Shelton State. They have 9 different players that have scored. Nine of their 12 players have scored. Eleven of their 12 players have been in the game to this point. So 11 of 12 have participated. 9 of 12 have scored. And, of course, they spread the scoring around. Only one player in double figures, that's Kirby DeBoard. Kirby has hit 2 threes, along with a 2 and 2 aces for her total of 10 points. They got 8 points from Taylor Smith on 2 threes and a 2. They got 6 points from Trinity Hambright. 3 deuces for Trinity for her 6 points. 4 from Keasia Williams and a bunch of rebounds. 4 from T. Marks and a bunch of rebounds. And 4 from Kiara Sexton. Mac Mahone had 3 on a 3. Kiana Montgomery had 2 on a 2. And Tiara Davis with a point as she was 1 out of 2 from the line. As a team, Shelton State 5 out of 6 from the free throw line. Gadsden State 4 out of 5 at the line. The individual personal foul situation, much more of an issue for Gadsden State than it is for Shelton. Shelton has 1 player with 2 fouls. That's Kiana Montgomery. Everybody else either 1 or none. So not much foul trouble for the Lady Bucks. However, for Gadsden State, they got one of their starters, Chloe Womack, who has 3 fouls. And then they've got 2 other players, one of them a starter, with 2 fouls apiece. That's Denisha Ramson and Grace Walters. And then a few more with 1. So Gadsden has done considerably more fouling, even though the number of foul shots shot by both teams is almost the same. Shelton 5 of 6 and Gadsden 4 of 5. Let you know what's coming up next on the schedule for Shelton State. This, of course, the women's game that we're at halftime of right now. The first half of a doubleheader tonight with Gadsden State. And as has been the case with the schedule this year, teams play each other twice a week. They do a home and home with everybody in conference. They play Gadsden State here tonight and then Come Friday night, they will travel to Gadsden, Alabama to take on the Cardinals. Then there's a men's only game on March 2nd versus MMI. And then the men will then travel to Marion to take on MMI March 5th in a men's only game. The next doubleheader right here at Shelton State will be on March 9th against Snead State. Both the ladies and the men doing battle. Again, the scoring by quarters in this one. Shelton State outscoring Gadsden State, but only by a little in the first quarter, 21-19. And then the second half of the second quarter was all Shelton State. And they wind up outscoring the Lady Cardinals by a lot in the second, 21-8, adding up to a 42-27 halftime lead for the Lady Bucks. 15-point advantage. Teams taking turns making runs, but in that first half, Gadsden State had 2 runs, Shelton State had 3, and that third one coming the latter part of the second half as they finished that, I should say the second quarter, as they finished the second quarter on a 13-0 run to turn what was just a 2-point advantage into our 15-point halftime lead for Shelton State. Again, the individual scoring. For the Lady Cardinals, they were led by Marie Woodall with 10, Brittany Rivera with 9, Grace Walters has 3, and Dee Ewan has 5. Gadsden made 3 threes in the first half, 2 by Woodall and 1 by Ewan. Shelton State with 9 different players in the scoring column, led by Kirby DeBoard with 10. 6 of them on 2 threes. Then Taylor Smith with 8, 6 of her 8 on 2 threes. They got 6 points from Trinity Hambright, and then 4 points each from Kiara Sexton and T. Marks and Kiesia Williams. Mac Mahone had 3 in the first half. Kiana Montgomery had 2. Tiara Davis had 1. Adding up to a Shelton State 42-27 advantage. And the Lady Bucks hit 5 threes in that first half. So it's 42-27 Shelton State as we are getting close to the time for the third quarter to begin. Lady Cardinals have been out on the floor for a little while now, already warming up. Lady Bucks have not emerged from the locker room just yet. And in fact, as I speak and say that, here they come. as they're coming out of the locker room now, heading out to the court to warm up for the third quarter to begin. $15 points, Shelton State lead here at halftime. Again, that last run by Shelton State that took place the last part of the second quarter is the key. It was a 2-point ball game, and then the Lady Bucks ended up scoring the last 13 points of the first half to build up this 15-point advantage, as we are just a half minute away from starting quarter number 3. The 15-point advantage for Shelton State is their largest lead so far in the ball game. It'll be Gadsden State ball to start the third quarter. And they get it in. We are underway with the third. Right away, a drive and a block by Connie Clark. Nicely done by Connie Clark. Blocked it with the left hand. And that was a nice drive and got it to go. That was a nice play by Dee Ewan. She now has 7 in the ball game, and that ends the Shelton State run, the 13-0 run. Trinity Hambright sends it back out to Taylor Smith. Taylor with a floater in the lane, can't get it to go. Oh, but a nice rebound and put back by Trinity Hambright. Trinity working hard in there to get that board and right back up and in. 44-29, Shelton back up by 15. Rivera kicks it out for a 3, and it's good. Chloe Womack with her first 3 points of the ball game. 44-32. Shelton leads it by a dozen. Taylor with a 3-ball answer, no. Eight and a half minutes to play in the third quarter. Man-to-man defense by Shelton State. And that goes for Dee Ewan. Shelton State by 14, 46-32. That mid-range jumper won't go, but the short-range putback will for Connie Clark. Connie becomes the 10th Shelton State player to score in the ball game. And a timeout taken by Gadsden State head coach Brian Phillips. Yeah, 40. They updated the scoreboard. I thought that was wrong. It's 46-34. 46-34. Shelton leading by 12. They've been outscored here in the first part of the third quarter, 7-4. The difference being the 3 by Chloe Womack, who's out there playing for Gadsden State with 3 fouls. Out of the timeout, Gadsden State ball. And got it to go. Brittany Rivera. And there's a steal. 1-on-2, still got it to go for Denisha Ramson. And Gadsden's put together a run to start this third quarter. It's been run after run after run by both teams throughout the entire game. And Coach Madonna Thompson wants to take a timeout to try and stop this run by Gadsden State. They have come out, they were trailing by 15 to Shelton at halftime, but here in this third quarter, they have outscored Shelton State 11-4 in the beginning of the third quarter. So it's 46-38. The Shelton lead has shrunk to 8. Oh, knocked away. And Gadsden steals it. And it goes out of bounds. It'll be Shelton State ball. Kiesia Williams triggers the inbound. Kirby to board with it. Another tie-up. Shelton State has the arrow in their favor. (46-38). The Shelton lead is 8. 6:44 to play, third quarter. Oh, and they didn't get it in time. So the Lady Cardinals with a basketball. 6:35 to play in the third quarter. They are down 8 to the Lady Bucks. Ewan with a floater in the lane. It rims out. And Connie Clark looks like she got hit in the head as she pulled down that rebound. This one has been physical. And the officials, as they say, have let them play. Coach Madonna Thompson is not pleased. I don't blame her. They have let everything go in this one. There's the armbar lead, and she got called for it. She didn't get called for it last time she did it. She did get called for it this time. And for Ramson, that's her third foul. 46-38. One coach or the other got a warning from the officials, and we're trying to determine which one it was. And Kirby to board. Knocks down a big 3 ball. Lady Bucks needed that badly, and Kirby hits her third 3 of the game. She's got 13. Rebound at the other end by Connie Clark. Connie pushes it and throws it away. (49-38). Shelton by 11. 5:22 to play, third quarter. Out of bounds. Shelton State ball. (49-38). Shelton by 11. And with the basketball, Kiara Sexton. Over to Mary Moore. Got it. 3 ball for Mary Moore. That's a 3 from the wing that comes up short and goes out of bounds. It'll be Shelton State ball. So the Shelton State Lady Bucks have scored the last 6 on 2 threes by Kirby DeBoard and Jeremy Moore. Taylor Smith, she'll fire the triple. No good. Oh, can't get it. Yes! Got it that time, and a foul. T. Marks with a big, strong rebound and putback. Dee Ewan picks up the foul. That's just her first. Their second team foul this quarter. And Tania Marks trying for the old-fashioned three-point play. And she got it. (55-38), the Shelton lead, as they put together an 9-0 run now to answer Gadsden's run. Opened up a big lead, and just like that, there's a made 3 for Grace Walters. Drive, and comes out no good. Another strong rebound, though, by Shelton State, by T. Marks, and then a great job by Keasia Williams to bang it off of a Lady Cardinal out of bounds, so Shelton State maintains possession. 55-41, the Lady Bucks lead it by 14. 3:41 to play, third quarter. Mary Moore tries another triple from the same spot and the same result. Jeremy Moore has hit 2 straight threes from that spot. (58-41), Shelton by 17, matching their largest lead, and we get a foul underneath. Foul is on Denisha Ramson, and that's 4. That's 4 on her. And a timeout taken by Gadsden State. 58-41. That matches Shelton's largest lead at 17. 3:16 to play in the third quarter, and the Lady Bucks lead it by 17. In this third quarter, Kirby DeBoard has 3 on a 3. Her 13-point total to this point in the game leads the Lady Bucks. Connie Clark got on the board with a big 2. Trinity Hambright hit a 2-pointer. She now has 8. Tania Marks had a very, very impressive 3-point play. Her total now is 7. And Jeremiah Moore, Mary Moore, had not scored in the first half, and she has hit 2 threes for 6. So Shelton State now with 11 players in the scorers column. And they've got the basketball out of the timeout. 3 ball for Taylor Smith is off the back iron, no good. Another great rebound is Keasia Williams, but she can't get the putback. Keasia, though, knocked it away and stolen back by Shelton State. And what do we got here? They wanted the shot clock reset. That's why the stoppage of play. Bucks with another possession. Mary tries another triple, and she hits again. Jeremiah Moore had not scored, and now she's hit 3 threes in the last 2 minutes. Dee Ewan scores 2 more. There's a drive into the lane, and it comes out for Mac Mahone. (61-43), the new largest lead for the Lady Bucks at 18. Three if it goes, it does not. And Mackenzie Mahone with a rebound. Taylor Smith, cross-court pass to Mary. Back out to T, and she gets it to go. Tania Marks now with 5 in the quarter and 9 in the game. And the Lady Bucks are up by 20, 63-43. $1:33 to play in the third quarter. That's another turnover. Gadsden State owned the first half of this third quarter. It's been all Lady Bucks in the second half of the third quarter. Their 15-point halftime lead was shrunk down to 6. It's now up to 20. Here's a drive and 2 more for Mackenzie Mahone. She now has 5 in the game. 65-43. Another turnover. Shelton State ball with 1:02 remaining in the third. Coach Madonna Thompson calling the play from the sideline. Mary Moore, try another one, Mary. Not this time. Gonna be Shelton State ball. Oh, nicely done. Give Taylor Smith the assist. Give Mac Mahone the bucket. Well done. Really nice play there on the inbounds play. Mackenzie Mahone now with 7 in the ball game. And the Lady Buck lead has exploded up to 24. She was fouled on the play as well. And that one climbs in for Mac. Old-fashioned three-point play. They fire another air ball. And out of bounds, it'll be Shelton's ball. 36 on the game clock, 30 seconds on the shot clock. Coach Thompson calling another play. 68-43. Oh, they executed that play to perfection. Coach called the play. Team executed, and Tanaya Marks gets the bucket. Nine seconds to play in the quarter. A deep three is good for Grace Walders. Now the Lady Bucks with a chance at the last shot. It's no good. I don't think it would have counted anyway. A not so good start to the third quarter for Shelton State, but man, oh man, what a great second half of it as they just went crazy. They wind up scoring 28 points in the quarter. After a 21-point first quarter, a 21-point second quarter, they scored 28 in the third and lead 70-46. Gadsden scored 19 in the quarter. And they started out the quarter hot. Well, once Shelton got it going, they just never looked back. Mary Moore had 3 threes in the quarter for 9 points. T. Mark scored 7 in the quarter. She now has 11. Mac Mahone scored 5 in the quarter. She now has 8. Kirby DeBoard scored 3 in the quarter. She now has 13. First 2 of the ball game coming in that third quarter for Connie Clark. And the 2 points for Trinity Hambright has her total at 8 right now. Everybody that has played has scored for Shelton State. And they turn it over. Shelton State ball as we have begun the fourth quarter. Kirby DeWard for 3. Yes! Fourth made triple of the game for Kirby DeWard. She's hit 1 in each of the 4 quarters. 73-46 Shelton. That's a 3-ball answer for Dee Ewan. And a whistle and a foul. That's Chloe Womack. I already had her with 3. They say that's her third. And she comes out. Taylor Smith is bumped. They call about 2 out of every 10 bumps. Dee Ewan picks up her second. Kirby to board. Now Taylor Smith for three. No, but a whistle. She got fouled on that three-point attempt, and she'll go to the line all smiles, ready to shoot three. (73-49). Exactly 9 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Taylor's first is good. Second one is going to roll off. And that one is good. So 2 out of 3 for Taylor Smith. She's reached double figures now with 10. 75-49, a 26-point Shelton State lead. And the rebound controlled by Kiana Montgomery. Taylor Smith. And McMahon for three. It's no good. Long rebound run down by Womack. We got a shot clock issue again. .8:23 to play in the fourth quarter. I guess there was no traveling there. No travel, but a foul call on Tiara Davis. Her first. Ewan at the line. And she missed the first. And she got the second. Sexton out to Mary Moore. She is hot from that spot. She has hit 4 threes in the second half. 3 of them have come from that spot. Stolen away by Kirby DeBoard. Kirby out to Mary. How about another? Oh, not this time, but there's the rebound and the putback off the window and in for Kiana Montgomery. She now has 4. The Lady Bucks lead it by 30. Amazing that they have opened it up to 30. This was an extremely competitive game for 2.5 quarters. But the Lady Bucks have just exploded in the last quarter or so. They have been a scoring machine. They've got the ball again. And that one's off the mark. And a foul is called. On Kiana Montgomery. That's 3 on Kiana. So Lady Cardinals with a basketball. That's way short. And Kirby DeBoard going the other way quickly. Out to Mary Moore. Now Kiana Montgomery. Now Kirby trying the triple. No. There's a clean steal by Kiara Sexton, and then she gets tied up. The arrow for Shelton State. (80-50). Shelton leads it by 30. 6:25 left in this one. Kirby will try another one, and that one's good. That one was good. I had a good angle on that one. I could have told you before it finished in the net that it was going to be good. That's her 5th made 3 of the ball game. 83-50. That's off the mark short. Montgomery with a rebound for Shelton. Here comes Kiara Sexton. Kirby to board. Again. Oh, he was on target, but a little bit short. 19 points in the game for Kirby. Three from the corner is way off. Kirby to board, another board. Mary Moore in the corner. Kirby, yes! 3-ball number 6 for Kirby to board. She has 3 in this 4th quarter. Mobbed by her teammates now as the Lady Bucks are up 86-50. Lady Bucks outscored the Lady Cardinals by only 2 in the first quarter, 21-19. That's how close and competitive this game was. Then they outscored them by a bunch in the second, 21-8. So that meant they were up by 15 at halftime. But then the Lady Cardinals started out the third hot. They scored 13 of the first 17 points in the third quarter. But since that moment, Shelton State has absolutely poured it on. Their lead got down to 6. It is up to 36 now. Ever since that moment, after the hot start to the third quarter by the Lady Cardinals, where they cut the 15-point deficit down to 6, the Lady Bucks have outscored them by 30 since that point in the third quarter and lead it 86-50. They have outscored them. (44-23) before that 3 by Chloe Womack. It's 86-53. And that's good. T. Marks scores 2 more on the short baseline jumper. She's had a great second half. 9 in the second half, 13 of the game for Tanaya Marks. 3-ball, way off. Oh, but it works almost like an alley-oop, as the reverse layup is good by Marie Woodall. Kiara Sexton, now Jeremiah Moore. And she gets it back. Now T. Marks over to Kiara Sexton. The drive, the floater off the window, no. And Gadsden State with a rebound. 88-55. That's misses badly. And Sexton quickly the other way. India Brown gets it to go. India Brown just came into the ball game, and she gets the bucket. All 12 Shelton State players have played. All 12 Shelton State players have scored in the ball game. (90-55), Shelton State. We've got 3 minutes left to go in the ball game. Knocked away and stolen by Mackenzie Mahone. She goes all the way. Got it, and a foul! Mac Mahone stole it, went coast to coast, took the hit as she made the shot, banking it in off the window. Goes to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play. And she converts. Mac only had 3 points at halftime. She now has 11. That one's off the mark, and the rebound controlled by Tanaya Marks. Taylor Smith inside to India Moore. India Brown scores 2 more. She has scored a couple of buckets lately. 95-55, Shelton by 40. Remember now, their lead was down to 6 near the midway point in the third quarter. They have been unbelievable since then. Trinity Hambright scores 2 more. She gets into double figures with 10. 95-55. At the line, Trinity will try and complete a three-point play, and no. Oh, but what a play! Kiana Montgomery snuck in there to steal the rebound and puts it back up and in. (99-55). A 44-point Shelton State lead. Their lead was only 6. About 5 minutes into the third quarter. Just unbelievable the way that they have poured it on here in the second half of the third and all of the fourth. Hey, there's 2 more for India Brown. India now with 6. And they have eclipsed the century mark, 101-55. That's off the mark. Another Montgomery rebound. Here comes Taylor Smith. Great pass! And that should be an intentional foul there. That was just a push in the back. That should be an intentional foul. She wasn't trying to block no shot there. Oh, man, that should have been an intentional foul. It is the 5th foul on Ramson as she fouls out. 2 free throws for Trinity Hambright, and she hits the first.
That's a good pass, Taylor.
And Trinity makes both free throws. 103-55. Shelton leads it by 48. And, you know, Shelton does win some games by large margins. That's not the part that's so amazing about this. The amazing part is the lead was only 6 about 5 minutes into the third quarter. It's at 48 now. Make it, oh! There's India Brown for the putback. 105-55. It's a 50-point advantage. Knocked away again by Mackenzie Mahone. Deep three, no good. And that's going to be the ball game. Shelton State with a 35-point fourth quarter. 35-point fourth quarter. Wins it 105-55. Unbelievable performance by the Lady Bucks, in particular from that point about 4 or 5 minutes into the third quarter to the end of the game. They just went off. Kirby DeBoard hit 4 threes in the second half. She hit 6 threes in the ball game. And I'm adding up the individual numbers for you. Going to take me a minute, so hang in there, folks. Everybody scored for Shelton State. They have 12 players available on the roster, and they all played and all scored. You know, just about got Shelton State's individual numbers figured out. Remember to, once we wrap this one up, we will go away, but only briefly, and then we'll come back with the men's game to follow. So hang around with us. That should be a good one, too. All right, here's my unofficial numbers on the scoring. Kirby DeBoard led the way with 22. She had 6 threes in the ball game. Also in double figures, Mary Moore, and that's a young lady who had 0 at halftime. But in the second half, she hit 4 threes for her 12 points. Trinity Hambright also scoring 12 in the ball game. And 11 points for Mackenzie Mahone, as she was the 4th player in double figures for Shelton State. And the 5th is Taylor Smith. She had 10. So 5 players in double figures for the Lady Bucks. India Brown came into the fourth quarter and scored 8. She almost got double figures. They got 6 from Kiana Montgomery, 4 from Kiara Sexton, 2 from Connie Clark, 4 from Kiesia Williams, and 1 from Tiara Davis. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, actually 6 players in double figures. Let me try again. Kirby DeBoard with 22 to lead the way. 13 for T. Marks. 12 for Trinity Hambright. and 12 for Mary Moore. Then they got 11 from Mac Mahone and 10 from Taylor Smith. So 6 players in double figures, led by Kirby DeBoard's 22, highlighted by her 6 made three-pointers. And Shelton State wins it. The Lady Bucks take it 105-55. They win by 50, and they improve to 9-3 on the season. And again, we will say goodbye, but only briefly, and then come back with the men's game in just a short while. So make sure you rejoin us for that. Again, 105-55, our final in the women's game. Lady Bucks win it by 50 over Gadsden State. And we thank you for watching Shelton State basketball.